I appreciate you joining. I hope that you are doing well. Bone broth, a medicinal soul food, now a lost art. These days, very few of us even know what bone broth is or why we should be consuming it. There was a time not long ago when bone broth was a part of just about every meal we consumed. Unfortunately, with the disappearance of the local butcher, as well as the invention of processed foods, which provide an artificial meaty flavor, preparing bone broth became a lost art. Bone broth may not be for everyone, but for those that are willing to give it a try, it can be healthy. Bone broth is high in many different nutrients, which may provide some impressive health benefits. Some of these nutrients are lacking in the Western diet. For example, it is high in various minerals, the protein collagen, the amino acid glycine, and the joint-improving nutrients glucosamine and chondroitin. The glycine in bone broth may have some anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. It has also been shown that glycine taken before bed can improve sleep and brain function. Bone broth is usually very low in calories, but can still help you feel full. This may be due to its gelatin content, which can promote weight loss. Glucosamine and chondroitin found in the broth have been shown to improve joint health and reduce symptoms of osteoarthritis. The gelatin found in bone broth is a hydrophilic colloid. It attracts and holds liquids, including digestive juices, thereby helping heal your gut and promote healthy digestion. Bone broth contains high amounts of calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and other nutrients that play an important role in strong and healthy bone formation. Because of bone broth's high concentration of minerals, it can also strengthen your immune system. Keep in mind that no studies have looked at the benefits of bone broth directly, but we can make some educated guesses based on the nutrients contained in it. Now for some broth tips. Use any vegetable scraps you may have, but avoid brassica and cruciferous vegetables, as these will make the broth bitter. Add something acidic, like apple cider vinegar or lemons. This will help break down the bones, releasing the minerals and collagen. Don't be alarmed if the vinegar makes the broth a bit cloudy. Some people prefer to blanch the bones before roasting and boiling to remove any impurities. This is accomplished by aggressively simmering the bones for 20 minutes. Fish bones also make a great healthy broth. You can use the heads, tails, and bones. The final result is worth it, and it doesn't even taste fishy. Homemade fish broth is often touted as an excellent source of iodine. It's best not to add salt to your bone broth. If you plan on using it in soups, stews, and sauces, the salt concentration can become very high. Try to include some skin and the joints of the animal if you can. The joints help to create gelatin, especially wingtips and knuckle bones. You can roast the bones before you use them for broth, if you want a deeper flavor or a darker broth. Depending on the cut of bone you use, there may be a thick layer of fat that rises to the top. This will solidify upon refrigeration. Leave a small amount with your broth, since it is full of good nutrition. It will melt down into the broth when you heat it up. The rest can be spooned off and used as a nourishing cooking fat. Most broths will set into a jelly when they cool. This is gelatin, a prime source of supplementary protein, one of the most desirable factors of bone broth. However, don't be concerned if your broth doesn't turn into a jelly. You'll still be getting the amino acids, minerals, and other nutritional benefits regardless. To make the most nutrient-dense broth, try to find quality, grass-fed, organic bones. Try to cool down the broth as quickly and efficiently as possible, since hot broth can be a breeding ground for bacteria. Store broth in the refrigerator. It will keep for a few weeks, or freezer. Glass jars work the best. Reheat the broth on the stove so you don't kill the nutrients. You can use bone broth to braise vegetables, simmer quinoa, add to sauces and gravies, or use as the base for soups and stews. Some people also drink bone broth straight from a cup. If you can't or just don't want to make broth, there are now some places that you can order it online and have it shipped. Most store-bought stock and broth today are not the real thing. Bone broth can be a nutritious, tasty, and incredibly satisfying addition to your diet. It can make you feel warm inside and put a little pep in your step. Thank you for watching. Good day and good health.